Vehicle miles traveled, or VMT, rising costs, and other data painted a picture for 2023. But there's more to the story. For example, how are tire dealers and shop owners weathering the storm from economic uncertainties this year and beyond? Let's talk about that.
This video is sponsored by Wix Filters, manufacturers of filters for automobiles, trucks, off-road equipment, and manufacturing applications. Go to wixfilters.com for more information.
Hello and welcome back to Rollin' with the Numbers, where we present you with data that gives tire dealers information to keep their tire businesses rolling, based on research conducted with our independent tire dealer audience and beyond. I'm Christian Hinton, and on this episode, we're reviewing industry data from 2023 that tells us a lot about automotive trends moving forward, including how those trends directly affect the tire industry. You may know Mike Chung, the Senior Director of Market Intelligence at Auto Care Association. He provided us with some great data for Tire Review's December issue, where he reviewed different topics about the aftermarket and economy, starting with an indicator that can tell us a lot about aftermarket trends. VMT, or Vehicle Miles Traveled. This data shows VMT from January to October this year as just slightly higher at 3.06 trillion miles than the same period last year, 3.04 trillion miles. Chung said the Auto Care Association expects VMT totals to slightly increase compared to last year by the end of 2023. The number of in-office employees has also remained relatively steady. In some of the biggest cities in the U.S., employees are in office as much as 70% of the time. What does this mean, though? The more folks head into the office, the more they drive. The more they drive, it's more likely they'll need regular maintenance. As a dealer or shop owner, you know this is great for tire sales and service, considering the routine intervals linked with maintenance and replacement. Retail aftermarket spending has kept pace with these driving habits. Similar to the previous year, the rise in inflation played a role in pushing up retail prices. Nevertheless, sales surged by over 8% from 2022 to 2023, surpassing the average inflation rate for the entire year. All this data is great, but how have tire dealers and shops in the real world responded to high inflation and interest rate issues in the past few years? According to a survey of Auto Care Association members from July, 56% of aftermarket companies have passed on higher materials, shipping, and labor costs since 2020. 48% said they introduced new pricing policies in the same period. Higher material costs has also affected dealers and shops negatively. According to this data, the cost of doing business has increased for the tire industry. The producer price of tire and repair materials has significantly increased in the last 2 years. However, tire store managers seem to be keeping labor costs unchanged, which may adversely affect both customers and employees because of that high inflation. Chung said tactics tire dealers and shops have taken in the face of adversity include diversifying supply sources, investing in facility space, reviewing inventory levels more frequently, and increasing inventory of critical final products. While the majority of companies haven't altered their warehouse, production, or office spaces, 28% have expanded their warehouse areas, and 21% have increased their production facilities. VMT and rising costs may paint a picture for 2023, but they don't show the entire story. Tire dealers and shop owners have maintained a steady course, showcasing resilience and adaptability in the face of inflationary and financial uncertainties. This bodes well for 2024. As it's clear that no matter the dynamic shifts in the industry, the tire industry and automotive aftermarket will keep rolling despite the intense economic pressures brought on since 2020. But we want to hear from you. How did this year go for your tire business? What are your expectations for 2024? That's it for today's show, but for more business intelligence data to help boost tire dealer profitability, be sure to watch out for our next episode. If you subscribe to our newsletter, it's in there. Look out for it. Until next time, keep on rolling.